Look at this, look at wrist, everything is on me. Okay.
Yeah. Let's get real comfortable. Way back. What? Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Look.
We've known each other for some time. I think it's time.
Sorry, baby.
Out of line.
Yeah. And let it touch. Come on and move. And let it touch. We cannot lose. Just let it touch. I will be true. Come on and let it touch. Touch. You.
Thanks everyone for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. Their first chance this season playing the Pelicans.
Even though they had the better roster, they actually lost the season series to this team last year.
Now here's Morant. And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean, the trick is to try to stay even keeled. It's such a long season. You're going to have highs and lows. Just treat this like any other low point at any other time of the year. It should pass.
And that one drops.
Valanciunas moving very well right there, able to slip by the defender, get a little contact. That's not enough. He still gets the finish.
Now here's Morant. Scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. About a minute played here so far in the first. Williamson misses. Brooks outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Outside Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up with it again. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open. Yeah, bottom line for this Pelican squad, they need to get better on the defensive end. They may have to get more 3-and-D type of guys on this roster.
And here's Memphis. And he lobs it up. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Back to Morant. Pass to Bane. Here's Adams. Back to Clark. Outside for Morant. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Knocks it loose. Pass to Williamson. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. And that'll tie this game up. right, so about the Pelicans, what has been holding them back?
Well, B.A., it's definitely not the offense, especially with the healthy Zion. If they can find a way to have greater consistency on the defensive end, then they can take a big step as a franchise.
At the line for Memphis.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
The three from Bain. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, have you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Pass to Clark. Inside. Outside for Morant. Morant drawing the double team. Just three to shoot. The three from Bain. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Ingram on the wing. Back to Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And Brandon Ingram at that size able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Outside Morant. Pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Ingram. Takes the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
3 points.
And getting more and more consistent, which means more dangerous as Brandon Ingram knocks down 3.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas on the roll. Really hard to convince somebody to get in front of that.
Pass to Tillman. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And that's big time from B.I.
Jones from outside. No good on the buzzer beater. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's the Grizzlies leading by a point. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
It's that time, Grizzlies fans.
There's some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Robbed. Uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got his first bucket in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Memphis?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
The Pelicans making a switch here. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Jones from outside. Unable to get that one. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
I actually thought their execution at times was excellent, but they failed to come through in those important moments.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. McCollum outside.
Hey, you playing pretty good. I said you're playing pretty good.
Just 5 to shoot. Drops in the layup for 2. You know, some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
Great skill level in the game right now. No question. There's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Pass to McCollum. Takes a 13-footer. The offensive rebound. Jones' shot is good. And now a 3-point Pelican lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Jones. Here's Tillman. From outside, off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And when Pelicans fans watch what Ingram has become, it takes the sting out of the Anthony Davis trade, right?
Yeah, I mean, Ingram has grown into a full-fledged star in New Orleans. I mean, he's a centerpiece for the franchise going forward. Now, looking back, it seems like it was a win-win trade for both teams.
Murphy. That one's wide left.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Some room here for Jones. And the 17-footer goes down. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
3 minutes remaining in the first half.
McCollum outside. Off target with the 3. Memphis trailing here. Outside Jones. To the left wing. Here's Tillman. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, the defender really went after him.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Down low. Here's Nance. And he drops it in from the low post. Nance has got his first points of the night. Left side Jones. Plenty of space. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. New Orleans in the lead. Nance in the post. Right wing. Here's Daniels. And a miss there on the triple.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Back to Tillman. Rebounded by New Orleans.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Graham. Pass to Williamson. Over Clark. And again, New Orleans, no good. And here's Bain. To the paint. Outside for Moran. And it's in there. Morant's got 5 points.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Here's Alvarado. Oh, it would That had fallen, but it is off. It's a tie game in Memphis. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey, that 360 was crazy.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of care.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Graham. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Adams. Now here's Morant. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. He's got 7.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
The kick out to Graham. Here's Murphy. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Oh, the dunk by Williamson. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Steven Adams. Well, it almost feels like we didn't get to see the real Pelicans last year with a superstar out all season, Brent.
Well, VA, I might tell you that you did. I mean, Coach Green did a heck of a job in his first year bringing these guys together. And look, if I was on the sidelines and I was a guy who could propel this team moving forward, I would want to be a part of that kind of success.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And it's Morant missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, I know the book reads on Devontae Graham that he's a shoot-first guard, but he does have some nice passing skills.
And stolen by Graham. And here's the fast break. He goes up. Second chance shot. And Clark with a block. Outside Morant. Morant with the slam.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Pass to Ingram. Now Valanciunas, guarded by Bain. With the teardrop. Valanciunas can't get it to go. Outside Bain. From deep. Pelicans cleared away.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Pass to Williamson. Over to the wing. Graham for 3. Here's Ingram. And Clark with a block. And they get it back. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, you're worried about Zion getting up and dunking on you, but you got to stay down on the pump fake. Skilled at using it, Zion will find his way to the line.
And few players are as electric as Zion. The speed and power he plays with, something you see once every few decades.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Here's Jones. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
And the blend of speed and power, as you said, Grant, Zion is unmatched.
He's a rhino with a jetpack. And on defense, when you see him coming in the open floor, you don't want to get in his way. The explosiveness in the paint is really what makes him so efficient. When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
To the middle. Clark, no good. New Orleans in the lead. .52 seconds left in the third. On the wing, Jones. Conchar pulls it in. Outside Jones. Doubled by McCollum. Pass to Tillman. On the wing, Jones. Another shot. They get it back. Clark right side. Outside Jones. To the paint. And another shot. Tillman misses. Puts it up from 12. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Pelicans ahead, up 2. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next.
Let's go, fourth quarter. Let's get it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Memphis trailing here. Outside Jones. It's Tillman, high post. Can't cash it in from the high post. And here are the Pelicans now. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
No.
And this game is tied up now.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
And here's Ingram outside. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
The three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
To take the lead. Tillman misses.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Ingram on the wing. Back to McCollum. Hits the three-pointer.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Down low. Kicks it out to Clark. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
He's off on the second. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Morant. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Pass to McCollum. From downtown. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To take the lead. And Morant with the lay-in. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Ingram. Here's Jones. Good work defensively by Brooks. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. They got the rebound. From deep, Morant. And it's Moran again missing. The Pelicans trail. Pass to McCollum. Back to Jones. The three is up. And again, New Orleans, no good. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Morant drawing the double team. Clark. Jones with some nice D. On offense, here are the Pelicans. New Orleans calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1:19 left in the fourth.
On your defense, here they come.
Uh-oh, it's game time.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. And he had plenty of confidence. He told his players, we've worn those guys down. We can take advantage of it. We're not going away until the last second. Let's see how they respond. Back over to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Just 4 to shoot. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. And that one's good. Ingram.
This is why you love Brandon Ingram.
Morant with it. Guarded by Valanciunas.
Show me.
Back to Clark. Williamson comes with a double team. Right side Morant. Launches it. And it's Morant again missing. Here's New Orleans now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Pass to Williamson. Back to McCollum. Oh, stolen by Morant. To the inside. Yeah!
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
New Orleans calls timeout. They trail by 1. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
It's that time.
And the Grizzlies making a change here.
It's time to get up and get loud.
17 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Williamson. And here's Valanciunas. It's in!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Finishing through contact.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Yeah, that's a good game, bro. GG's. Let's see what happens right here. Let's see what happens.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I know who you going to.
Here's Morant. No good.
GG's, bro.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And so the big win by New Orleans in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the...
Embrace the savior, they're thinking of ways to slay the king. Running away from ways of sin, she thinking of ways to break me in. Delivering major, narrator. The bigger the work rate, the bigger the paper. I'm telling them your validation, boy, I validate myself. These rappers couldn't stomach me, they punch below the belt. Sitting and dreaming of palm trees, more drive than a car. You're lukewarm, that's half heat. I'm Lupe, I'm Kweli, I'm Mos Def, I'm Ali. Who in it wanna spar me? This ain't a regular party. Somebody ring an alarm, please. My pole vote to the next stage. I'll be ahead of the next wave and the next wave and the next wave. Labels are playing a guess game. I'll be the king of the chess game, telling them give me the checkmate. I'm a black man in a white world with a mad flow and a fresh fade. Couldn't see this in an X-ray. Space bars better escape. The lost hope, but I kept faith. No games, but I get played. Stones back with a new flow. Don's like, where did you go? Got a move though through the back doors and the loopholes. Move slow, then you lose hope. Gotta think fast, never stoop low. Few scars from a few foes. Now we move smart, never too close. Head in the game, telling them give me the praise. Tables are turning, we getting it burning. It never could sever the flame. Don't want a regular wage. Brother be coming of age. Something to nothing, I promise I'm coming. I'm setting it up in a blaze. Gluttonous brothers is plotting on me. I'm in a cup with a couple of. I wouldn't bother to bother the one. Running a shot of this bob and I weave. Never forgetting that nothing is free. I've been ahead of the mum in the lead. I was a brother with nothing to see. One of the rappers who got a degree. I'm just a brother with nothing to hide. Ready to get in no matter the heights. Give you a little advice. Don't be the one that be living a lie. If you be plotting, you better be wise. Never be letting them get me alive. Brothers be trying to be killing the vibe. I will endeavor to sever the ties. Spending my hours on keeping the relevance. I was a brother with nothing but eminence. I was the pressure with nothing but elegance. I was a man who believed in development. Hard faith had to be prevalent. Last place never was evident. Even though I was ahead of them, I was determined to make them irrelevant. Then I come for their regiment. I'll be the king of the residence. Put me on Letterman. I'm in my element. I was 11 when I was a. Give me the mic. Running the king. Hungry as ever. Nothing to eat. Nothing to something. I body the beat. None of you brothers got nothing on me. Stones here. Busker flow.
If you leave me all good, I swear you are like the oxygen I need to obsessed. I want to never need it. Make I see you in love. Yeah, my love. Make a bad man.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand. So far this season has been very disappointing, still without a win, and we're weeks into November.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
They just know each other so well. Very few surprises. Likely it'll come down to which team can execute best.
Still very early in the season here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
What I love about Jeremy Grant is he has no trouble taking contact and shooting over people. Sky high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year. Inside. And Grant slams it home.
It's so good to watch Grant do his thing on offense. He loves leaping up and dropping the hammer.
And that one's good, Williamson's got his second bucket.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today. And you look at the young talent the Blazers have, a nice young core group that can grow. Simon's the big name from that group.
Ingram attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
Down low. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
A jack of all trades, Jeremy Grant also has a strong feel for when his guys are uncovered.
And Simons and Little Greg, a pair of names Portland fans are definitely excited about.
And they've shown that they can be valuable players. Portland got a lot younger with the trades they made last year. Now they have to have that youth develop.
Here's Lillard. Zion Williamson making his last shot. And finished off by Nurkic.
The high basketball IQ of Damian Lillard showing up, moving the ball to the open man.
Here's Ingram. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Josh Parker. First personal foul.
Smitty taking a look at Brandon Ingram. He is a very difficult matchup.
He is, Kevin. He scores in bunches, works well as a facilitator, and is capable of serving as a lead ball handler. Plus, with his length and skill set, he can play 1 through 4.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one's good, Williamson.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Now, here's Lillard. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And then Lillard slams it in.
A gifted playmaker. Lillard knows the right call to create for himself.
A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. Makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. And Lillard gets double teamed. Shot clock at 6. And Grant slams it home.
A display of pure athleticism by Jeremy Grant, rising up for the huge dunk.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Jeremy Grant, part of a loaded second round of the 2014 draft.
Kevin, Jeremy signing a max contract, rare for a second rounder. Also in that 2014 second round draft, MVP, the Joker, Joe Harris, Jordan Clarkson, Spencer Dinwiddie. Wow, that second round proved to have some players.
So it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 1. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown. He stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. That's why he is beloved in Portland.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
To the inside. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Simons. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Active hands. Lillard disrupts and creates offense.
Pass to Williamson. Now here's Jones. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Ingram. And here's Valanciunas. Back to Ingram. Ingram drawing the double team. Here's McCollum. And it goes down 2 points. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
Great tenacity from C.J. McCollum. Not letting the defense bother him at all.
.11 seconds left to play here in the first. Lillard with it. Over Williamson. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 1. I'm New Orleans back in a moment.
18. Pelicans fans, please give a big round of applause.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. And Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
I love it. Nurkic rattling the iron.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
Pelicans fans, please show our Basketball Dance Team.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
Poke loose. Pass to Ingram. Takes it off the glass. Ingram's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And a wide open look for McCollum from outside off the mark. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And sometimes you think maybe they're just getting a little too comfortable with the lead. Maybe a bit too casual this quarter. Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there. And a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
5 to shoot. Pass to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McCollum, no good. And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite because of his hustle.
And that can go a long way in the NBA. Hart looks like a typical 3-and-D player, but he also has that intangible of igniting the team.
And the Pelicans with the possession. They've got an 8-0 run. And the officials will call the illegal shoot right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Yeah, they've handed their lead right over this quarter with the turnovers.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Pelicans ball. Now into the
New Orleans with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for them.
This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, I mean, everything was going great till they just seemed to forget how to take care of the basketball.
Now into the lineup for your Pelicans, Trey Murphy.
There's 1:40 left here in the second. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin. Out most of last year, it really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And the turnover total is staggering. And this staff cannot be happy.
Now here's McCollum. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
That fella is a walking turnover right now. Just far too sloppy in this quarter.
Pass to Nance. And Nance shoots it in.
Well, that is why we call CJ a combo guard. He can score with the best, but he also can facilitate.
That'll be a 5-second call.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
It's McCollum on the wing. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Right out of the gates, they've been in attack mode. And I think that's by design because it has been relentless.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Nothing went right on that offensive possession except the result.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
A 3-ball. The rebound by Simons.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Now here's McCollum. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Putting the fundamentals to work, the pick and roll helps CJ make room for other guys.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
A lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
19 seconds left to play here in the half. For the 3. Portland grabs the miss. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Graham from outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
How about the hustle on defense from Dane? The coaching staff loves seeing this.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Back to Ingram. Pass to Alvarado. The Pelicans get another chance here. Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Pelicans keep it alive. Now Simons. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And we've just seen him make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
To the paint. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Valanciunas has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pelicans. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Yeah, third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Ingram outside. Pulls up on the wing. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Pelicans leading by 15. You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer. But what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his abilities. And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away.
Baby, I made that. I tell her. She wanna tell me she love me. I tell her I'm cool, so I tell her. Yeah, my little. Nah, she don't want to hate me. She love me. Yeah.
Like Dre too forward, Dre too baited, Dre too nuff.
Like Dre too nice.
Keep on assuming I don't correct. I call you bluff.
Like I call you bluff.
Y'all think they're nice.
Y'all think they're nice.
You ain't buff.
Like you ain't buff.
You looking rough.
Like you looking rough.
So just give me the stuff.
Like give me the stuff. She moving forward, she ain't important. Give me the love. Like give me the love. Like I want something you got for me, baby. What's up? Baby, what's up? I wanna, baby, let me.
She don't know what I'm about. Let me give you a head start.
Let me just give you the.
Yo, Dre the best. Dre the best. Say it with chest. Yo. She ain't under the rest. No, she ain't feeling no stress.
No.
I'm like, come here, baby. Sit on my lap, run your hand through my dreads.
She not feeling me. Sit Felix, come like frenemy. Like Oliver Twist, she. Yeah, get separate, ready, we steady beat. Special miss, what's the recipe? I give her like forgive me, eternity.
She want the best of me. And pray that she.
Call it that go la Charlie. All these wanna party. She don't wanna with my squad. No. She wanna love on me only. Yeah. She don't wanna love on nobody. Nah.
I noticed that lately all them constellations been looking like me. Inspired to dream. I think of my life and I feel that I may be as good as I seem. Coming up, I dreamt of the checks I be running up.
This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Taking a look at Cleveland.
And given the nature of the rivalry between these teams, expect emotions to be running high. Both teams have to feel a little on edge right now.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
Obviously, this is the type of game the fans really get up for. So do we, and the players as well.
Yeah, we all can't wait. These are the types of games you mentally circle on the calendar, and it's a test for the teams to see how championship ready they might be.
Now here's Holiday. Count it.
Just consistent and pretty much automatic. On Antetokounmpo may be the league's most efficient scorer inside 10 feet.
Evan Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Antetokounmpo has got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Basket counts.
This man has a real crafty handle. Garland, I bet he surprises himself sometimes with his moves.
And after a few seasons of anemic offense, the Cavs have finally started to turn things around.
Yes, they have, and they made a big step forward. Now, there's a nice balance to their offense.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Bucks. Outside Garland. From downtown. Second chance effort. And close on the shot, even with the foul. Now 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
Hard to stop a guy with Allen's physical gifts inside. He forces the defense to get sloppy and foul.
Taking 2 shots.
When you look at the age of Jared Allen, the way he's developed, he could be a top 5 center in the league very soon. Fantastic impact on the court he has.
Now here's Lopez. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Down low. Antetokounmpo. He's good with a little jumper in close.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Antetokounmpo is doubled. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game. Pass to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Up and in on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game. And Allen has the defense and finishing that you want from the center spot, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. Allen can switch on the guards with ease. Great lateral movement and contests very well. Having a center that can do that is huge for a team.
And the Bucks making a change here. Here's Garland. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The continued evolution of Garland has been fun to watch. Every aspect of his game continues to grow and get stronger and more confident.
No good on the second free throw. And Darius Garland has proven he's a franchise player, Grant. And the upside is still there for him.
Oh, wow. He could be one of the best guards in the league when he hits his prime. He gives you everything you want from a point guard. This team was patient with him, and it paid off.
Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. The Cavs trailing. Now LeVert. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
Heads-up defense by Giannis. His ability to anticipate the shot pays off with the block.
Pass to Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
To the inside. Back to Portis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Allen. 1:27 left in the opening quarter. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Allen. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
At the line for Milwaukee.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And Grant, Donovan Mitchell wears the number 45. Not one we see a lot of in the NBA.
That's true, B.A. But Donovan's got a good reason to wear it, paying homage to Michael Jordan. Mitchell said growing up, everyone always took 23, so he went to MJ's return number 45.
Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And here comes Cleveland, trailing by 4. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season. The 3 from Mitchell. It's hauled in by Portis.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Antetokounmpo, bam!
They can't stop him.
Back to Mobley. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Proving how coachable he is. Mobley, this man is building a pretty decent passing game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Jared Allen with the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Foul. Substitution for your Bucks.
Nice D from Allen.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
To the middle. Antetokounmpo with the block. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks.
13. The Cavaliers. 9.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, the Cavaliers have surprised many with their ascension. Coach Bickerstaff said they had to be really patient through some difficult times, but his star center, Jared Allen, said, quote, no matter who's in front of us, big or small, we're going to go out there and fight till the end. Brian?
Yeah, that's what got him here, Allie. Thank you.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Right at the free throw line. Pass to Mobley. Outside Garland. And that misses. That would have put him up. You know, for this Bucks team, they seem to play together as well as any team we've seen recently.
Yeah, this team has a bunch of players who complement each other very well. And they've got so many different ways that they can play on the floor. That's what makes them so successful. Well, that and Giannis.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
It's great whenever a big knows how to handle it. Allen sharing the wealth.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Antetokounmpo outside. Fast break, Cleveland. Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Mobley. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Here's Garland. They get it back. Outside for LeVert. Outside Mitchell. Tries yet again. The rebound by Carter. Milwaukee with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
They never settled in defensively, and it cost them.
And here's Lopez from the arc. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
We've all talked about how Lopez used to turn down the three-point shot. Now you expect him to take it and make it.
Cleveland calls timeout. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2022 proved to be a momentous year for Darius Garland, making his first All-Star game, which had to validate all of his hard work so far.
First team foul. The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First one falls for him. Garland also managed to make some noise in the All-Star game, Richard.
Yeah, he certainly came to play in front of his hometown. He hopped off the bench and dropped 13 points, the most of any reserve player on his squad. Some pretty impressive stuff.
It's good.
That's great court awareness. Mitchell's just reliable at noticing when his guys are uncovered.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Ibaka. And here's Portis. Checked by Mitchell. Portis down low. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
That's his third personal foul. Second team foul.
That free throw good from Portis.
And you know, guys, I don't think too many people expected the resurgence we saw from the Cavs last season. It started with their defense.
Now here's Garland. We saw him with 19 his last time out. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Well, in terms of their D, the Cavs have gone from one of the softer teams in the league to one of the toughest.
Well, think about this. I mean, they're a young team. They play with tremendous energy, and we see that in the way they get after it on defense.
Here's Ibaka. After the Cavs picked up a basket a moment ago. Nice move. The rebound by Allen. The Cavs trailing. Inside. Mobley. That shot, no good. Oh, great D that time from Portis. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the wing, right side. Ibaka, he's open. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
Outside Garland. And the layup is good off the glass. Garland's got 6.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize, but I love his aggressiveness.
And so a close game as we wrap up the... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Garland with the ball. Second shot opportunity. And Allen gets it to go. He's got 5.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And Grant, last season, Drew Holiday winning the NBA Teammate of the Year award for the 2nd time.
Yeah, and in 2021 BA, he got the NBA Sportsmanship Award too. So needless to say, Holiday is tremendously respected by his peers and known for his dedication to others.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Allen. Lets it fly. Offensive rebound. Bucks. Another shot. Lopez, a good look. Love grabs the miss.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo has won MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, and a championship. But he says, quote, I am not satisfied. As the leader of this team, that's the tone I set. I don't care about trophies. I care about getting better, and that's what I've done my entire career. Brian, he stays focused.
Nose to the grindstone, Allen. Thanks for that. You throw good, Mobley.
And man, it has been so impressive watching Evan Mobley, my pick for the Rookie of the Year, make such a quick impact in the league. You got to be excited about his future.
Now here's Carter. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Stevens. For the lead. And once again, off the mark by Cleveland. And what you have to admire about Mobley is how long he is.
He uses his length well to get his shot off in the post, as well as on defense where he understands how to distract shooters. Such a promising player.
And he hits it to tie the game.
Assistant. Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
They double him with Mobley. Here's Lopez from the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
So they take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
And here's Lopez from the arc. Stevens with a rebound.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Here's Okoro. Oh, the double clutch. Mobley outside.
Bucks foul. Javon Carter. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 47 left in the third. That's tipped. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. And the three-point shot, so important, Richard. That's something you added after you came into the league. What was that process like?
Well, look, as the game tilted that direction, it was no secret. You have to put in that time. But what I try and tell people is that it took me 3 years before I was able to even become a consistent three-point shooter, and another 5 before I became a good one. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're going to see the results.
Those who evolve are those who stay around. Now here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Neto's shot is off.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Nails it from 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Mitchell. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Pass to Neto. Here's Mitchell. Big-time offensive force he's been. He's averaging just over 31 a game. Osman, no good.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Back to Carter. .23 seconds left in the third. And it's Ibaka on the drive. Fast break, Cleveland. Here's Wade. Banked it in off the glass.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Bucks on top, up by 1.
31. The Cavaliers 30.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Holiday. Pass to Lopez. To the paint. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
Down low. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Unbelievable. The agility at his size, throwing it down, big fella.
Antetokounmpo outside. Rejected by Allen.
Milwaukee foul.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
The Cavs trailing.
Milwaukee foul. Wesley Matthews. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Mitchell.
Cavaliers substitution. Here is Garland.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the block. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Over to the wing. Here's Nora. Knocks down the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
To the middle. Here's Allen. Outside for LeVert.
Bucks foul. Jordan Nwora. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Oh, swiped away.
And after a first half where he didn't turn it over once, that has sure changed here in the second. There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off. Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Basket's good.
What a burst out of that first step. Straight to the hole.
Right side, Garland. Overhill. And the shot is good by Garland.
You got to be right on Garland from that mid-range spot because he is lethal from there.
Pass to Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Garland. Here's Allen. That's Ibaka defending. Puts it up from 15. And that one hits the back iron.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Nora from about 16. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. On the wing, Mitchell. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. Here's Allen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
And this is important for Allen's development, needing to show that he can deliver in the clutch.
So both free throws good from Allen.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Pass to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. And it's Cleveland the other way. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
Purified. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He bangs down low, he rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare breed.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Back to Holiday. Inside. Here's Lopez. Oh, he nails it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
To the inside. Antetokounmpo. And he buries him.
You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
When you need a bucket, look to a guy like Mitchell. He's so effective on the floor at finding his scoring opportunities.
Now Lopez. Pass to Allen. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Holiday. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Garland.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
It's Spider time. Donovan Mitchell, ice in his veins.
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's foul number 2 for him. Cleveland calls timeout. They trail by 1. 12 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
In this situation, you go all in for a steal off the inbounds pass. If they can't get one, they've got to foul and send them to the line.
Seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Allen. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
At the line for the Bucks.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 3. 7 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
A leader on this team. These guys trust Mitchell to come up huge at the line.
Third personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
At the line for Milwaukee.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And Mitchell launches it from deep. No good. And so it's Milwaukee who scraped by with the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Eastside shawty with an attitude, so drop a pin, girl, I'm tryna find your latitude. Daddy money, and she get it when allowance due. She just wanna wild out. I think it's funny for the thrill, throwing bands is cool. All that money, big house, but the plans fall through. She just wanna take a ride on the south side. On the way, I'ma hit you when I'm outside. She gon' drop it down for a good time, maybe not a long time. She want me to take her on a tour of the south side. Nothing wrong with wildin' out for the one time. Yeah, looking for the thrill and she know it's me, yeah, yeah. Close to me, nah, she can't get. Sliding Running through my hands, they love to tell me that I'm famous. Sitting on my shoulders, it's a feeling you can't never get. Different from my ex, man, she don't got I know, yeah. Yeah, you ain't gotta say it. Let me pick your brain, baby, get up in the spaceship. Feel like you in space with me, I know you could take it. Live a little, she a yeah. Eastside shawty with an attitude. So drop a pin, girl, I'm tryna find your latitude. Daddy money, yeah, she get it when allowance due. She just wanna wild out. I think it's funny for the thrill, throwing bands is cool. All that money, big house, but the plans fell through. She just wanna take a ride on the south side. On the way, I'ma hit you when I'm outside. Alright, okay. Get your cut on the floor, might smear contour. Girl, you fly, condor, white sneaks and velour. Eye contact from across the dance floor. Give me one night, I'll let it. Read your body language, I could tell you wanna let it show. You got a man at home and he too afraid to let you go. You out with your girls, perfect time to show your wild side. Girl, ain't that the reason that you came to the south side? East side, shawty with an attitude. So drop a pin, girl, I'm tryna find your latitude. Daddy money, yeah, she get it when allowance due. She just wanna wild out. I think it's funny for the thrill, throwing bands is cool. All that money, big house, but the plans fell through. She just wanna take a ride on the south side. On the way, I'ma hit you when I'm outside.
The Nets play before the hometown crowd. We've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Last game for the Nets, a loss to the Dallas Mavericks. And a very close one there, too. The buzzer sounded. They were only down by one bucket.
Yeah, the outcome in that one was not determined until late in the game. A gritty back-and-forth battle throughout. And, man, what a tough way to lose.
Outside, Simmons. The three from KD. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Capella sends it back. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Claxton. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And they double up Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target. Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Pass to Durant. Back to O'Neal. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. O'Neal's got 5 points so far.
Such a great passer at his position. Dimes like this are why KD is a winner.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. O'Neal, that's a two-pointer. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. O'Neal's got his third bucket of the night.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
Pass to Young. Can they get it? Rebound, Brooklyn. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Inside, Simmons. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
First personal foul.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul.
For your Nets, De'Ron Sharp. Set.
Now Murray.
Edmonds.
He had 25 points last game. And finished off by Collins.
Last 2 minutes.
Murray is capable of getting double-digit assists anytime he's on the floor because he is an unselfish point guard.
Out left to the wing. Up top, Curry. There's the drive. Count that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Collins. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And Collins is shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. Has fought the injury bug his whole career.
Here's Mills. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
To the wing right side. Murray right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got his second basket of the game.
And you expect this from Young. He scans the floor and finds an open man for the shot. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Curry. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Back to Murray. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Capella goes back up. And it's good on the way in. Capella's got 6 points.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets.
The Hawks, 12. Here to put on the show.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 3. Pass to Claxton. Here's Mills. The Nets working the ball around now. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet were set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Young left side. It's Young on the wing. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Defensive foul.
No answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
That one misses for Simmons. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Simmons slams it in.
And the length of Simmons, using this as well as that athleticism to pull in the offensive rebound.
Young for three. Kept alive by Atlanta. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
Now into the lineup for your next Royce O'Neal.
Nets leading by 5. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. 4 on the clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Capella. In the corner, Murray with it. Buries the long-range jumper. Murray's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done. He plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can't help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors the defense by not overextending.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
They grabbed their own miss. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
Holiday looking for an opening. Hunter, bounce pass. Here's Young. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
They double-team Curry. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Hawks now. Nets leading by 5. Sharp. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
At the line.
The Nets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
On its way from Young for two. No good off the back of the rim. To the inside. Out to the right wing. The Nets working the ball around now. Collins comes over with the double team. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Substitutions on the court.
The Hawks trail by 6. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Collins. Nice shot from the wing. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
A second chance effort. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Here's Sharp. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And
26. The Hawks. 24.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Nets with the lead. Pass to Durant. KD draws the double. O'Neal, that's a 2-pointer. And too long on the shot.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Back to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes pretty easy for him.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on film.
And that pass-first nature of Simmons, outstanding at understanding when his teammates are open.
Murray surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Collins wide open. He fires.
John Collins.
That's in there. Murray with the assist. Collins has got 12 points in the game. Pass to Claxton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And the Nets lead by 4. Young outside. It's sent back down by Simmons.
An excellent defender. Whether Simmons is in the post or roaming the perimeter, he's a shot-blocking threat.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Well, KD still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked, but didn't feel a deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. The Hawks trail by 4. Young with no one around. His three-pointers off the mark. In the corner, Simmons with it. Back to Thomas. Pass to Claxton.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Young. That's tipped. Harris outside. Nets passing it around. Stolen by Collins. One-on-one fast break. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Who needs a t-shirt? Come on, let me hear ya. Another spectacular show from the Brooklynists.
Brooklyn leading by 4. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
It's hauled in by Claxton. Outside for Murray. Another shot. And the layup good by Collins. Collins has got 6 here in this quarter.
And this is the John Collins show. There's a smoothness to his game that you really appreciate on a night like this.
To the paint. Banked in off the glass. Claxton's got 12.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Young outside. Down low. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Sharp. Collins with some nice D.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Young for 3. No good that time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here.
The 3 quarters of play.
Nets out in front.
38. The Hawks, 36.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th.
It's the final quarter. Fans, let's see you make some noise.
Pass to Collins. Clock at 6. And a wide open look for Capella. No good. That would have tied it. It's stolen by Capella. Inside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Capella's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Undrafted coming out of college in 2013. Seth Curry only played 48 games in his first 3 seasons, spending most of the time destroying the G League.
Atlanta making a switch here.
And when you look at what he's doing now, it's hard to believe that Seth was ever kept off an NBA roster.
He's made quite the career for himself as one of the league's great three-point shooters and just an efficient scorer from all 3 levels.
Capella at the elbow to take the lead. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Murray with the jam.
Ooh, hit him with the spin cycle. Everyone out there is a little dizzy by that move by Murray.
Durant drawing the double team. Pass to O'Neal. Over Hunter. And they get it back. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks leading. Murray outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 7 points for DeJounte Murray.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Pass to O'Neal. On deep. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shoots the three. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
It seems like Murray is always ready to make the high-effort play whenever his team needs it.
Durant just inside the line. And the Nets miss again. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Be without fear in the face of your enemies. Be brave and upright, that God may love thee. Speak the truth, even if it leads to your death. Safeguard the helpless and do no wrong. This is your oath.